Hey everyone, it's Josh Smith, Vice President of Marketing for Home Services over at Scorpion. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to take a quick minute to share some tips and ideas when it comes to video marketing and video content for you to produce during this time where there's a real opportunity to produce more video content with everybody staying and working from home. So here we go. We got 4 tips to make much better video content. First thing to recognize is that everybody's online right now. Everybody's online doing social media, they're browsing. Social media numbers are up, so everybody's browsing Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. YouTube's pretty much like starting everything off at standard resolution because there's so much browsing going on and so much watching going on. So to be able to maintain the bandwidth that they need to be able to play all the videos. So we just know there's a lot of video content that is going online right now, especially with the pandemic that's going on for the COVID-19 virus. So this is a great opportunity for us as business owners to get in front of our ideal clients and the customers in our local space with good video content. So here you go, 4 tips to make better video content as a business owner. The first thing is you want to focus on your framing and your audio surroundings. So if you look at this right here, I have about my chest down below and I have a little bit of headroom up here. That's a pretty decent frame. Usually when you're recording, if you're recording with your iPhone, you want to make sure you're holding it's up at eye level so you can see it. It's like you're having an interaction with your camera. Because when you're communicating through a camera, you want to talk to the camera as if you're talking to your customer. It's one of the best ways that you can identify with your customers and connect with your audience through the camera. Now, if you're using a cell phone and you're using like an iPhone or an Android phone to shoot these videos, you want to make sure it's locked down for your framing. If you're holding it up, it can get a little shaky, so to speak. It's so much more pleasing when you have it locked down. One of the best ways you can do it is take a mug and get some books and post it up here, put your phone in front, and voila. You have an instant way to lock down your camera. Do it at eye level, then you'll have awesome framing for your video content. The other thing that I want you to keep in mind is your audio surroundings. So if you're shooting these videos from home, or in your office, and the office is a big space, or you're shooting it in your living room and you got little kids, you wanna make sure you're clearing the audio surroundings. Because if you're shooting these on your phone, you don't have a dedicated microphone or anything like that, you're using the camera audio, then your audio on your camera is going to pick up a lot of that ambient noise. So it's going to pick up your kids running around, the iPad playing about 20 feet away. It's also gonna pick up a lot of the reverberations or the echoiness of the room when you're delivering the message that you want to deliver. So cleaning up those audio surroundings as much as possible, turning off ceiling fans, turning off your computer because there's a hum that comes from the drive spinning and the computer running. You want to turn off your dishwasher, your washing machine, you want to turn off your AC unit. All of these things produce additional noise that your camera has the ability to pick up, that your phone has the ability to pick up. And also you want to try and confine your space. Try and do it in a space that's not a big grand concert hall type space, because you're going to get echoes and reverberations that are going to pull people away from the message you want to convey. So point number 2, tip number 1, framing, audio surroundings. Tip number 2, focus on your message and content. Story is king when it comes to this. What's the message that you want people to take away? I always say this, have one thing you want people to take away. One thing you want people to take away. Identify that and make sure you're talking about that over and over again. You want people to take away one thing from your video, so that way at the end of it, they potentially go and make a change or take an action. The second thing that you want to do in this particular area with the message and the content is you want to use supporting data that help people see that conclusion that you're trying to draw them to. So you have the one thing, and you want to have supporting data that point people to that one thing. So if you want people to understand how to make their HVAC bill or their electric bill, let's say, lower in a given month, have supporting data points of actionable things that people can do that point them to this reality of this conclusion that they can actually lower their electric bill for a month. So focus on your message and content. Number 3, answer questions that your customers are having. So have your CSRs, your techs, your office staff, have them document and curate a list of questions that your customers are having with respect to your services, what's going on with them at home. When they call in, they're going to have questions, document those, and then answer them with your video content. Show them, for example, how to do simple fixes to fix common problems around the home if you're a home service provider. Walk them through the filing process if you're an attorney, or what the process they need to do in order to get the steps going to be able to work with you and partner with you. Find the questions out, though, that your customers are asking and show them how they can handle those things potentially on their own or with your help to get the process started to doing business with you. This positions you as the expert. This helps them see you as an authority in the space, and this also provides a lot of trust and relevancy to their current situation. Tip number 4, share your point of view on the topic. Can't stress this enough. You got to have a point of view. If you don't have a point of view, your competitor has a point of view, and they're going to get the business because people want an expert with a point of view. They want to go to an expert so they don't have to come up with that particular answer necessarily, but they can trust an expert to handle all the ins and outs for them. So as you're sharing the message, you're sharing the content, have a point of view on the topic that you're talking about. This is a great way to stay in front of your clients. Lastly, some housekeeping tips. You want to make sure you're putting content on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all the major video platforms, because you never know where your next customer is going to be at. And when you're developing video content like this is a branding play to build up the trust and authority that you have with your customers. You also want to use the live video features. You want to use the live video features on YouTube and the live video features on Facebook. They work really well with the algorithms, and people who are following your page and they're getting notifications from you, they'll be notified once you're going live. So it's a great opportunity to engage people in real time. You'll also be able to see the comments that they're leaving in real time, so you can talk and answer questions that people are continuing to have. So if you're walking them through a particular fix for their home or walking them through a filing procedure, you can get real-time feedback on questions and answer things in real time. Lastly, focus on creating content with where your customers are currently engaging with the content on. So if that's Facebook, if that's YouTube, it's great if you can get to all of the video channels, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. But if you don't have the time to be able to post to those, at a minimum, start with where your customers are engaging with your content. If you have a lot of people on Facebook, post to Facebook. If you have a following on YouTube, post to YouTube. If your Instagram is just blowing up because you made a great commercial and all of a sudden you have 10,000 followers, post on Instagram. So go where your customers are currently and invest your time there first, and then branch out from there. So there you have it, 4 tips to making much better video content. Again, recap, focus on your framing and your audio for your surroundings, focus on your messaging content, story is key here, answer the questions that your customers are having, and share your point of view on the topic. And there you have it. I hope this is helpful. I'm looking forward to seeing all the content that you all are going to be creating over the coming weeks. Definitely hit the like button on this video, hit the subscribe button, ring that little bell so you can get more of this awesome content from Scorpion. We can keep you apprised of everything we're doing during the COVID-19 pandemic to keep our businesses running and pulling in the leads that they need to keep their businesses on track for their goals. Hope everybody's well. We'll talk soon. Thanks.